The cameras were flashing. The crowd was calling their names. And then, in the middle of one of Hollywood's biggest nights, Tom Holland and Zendaya appeared together. For only a few moments, the Los Angeles premiere seemed to belong entirely to them. Every step, every smile, every glance toward the fans. Captured from different angles, the moment quickly became one of the most talked about highlights surrounding the premiere. Tom Holland, the actor who brought Spider-Man's emotional journey to a new generation, stood beside Zendaya, whose presence has become impossible to ignore both on screen and on the red carpet. But this was more than a glamorous appearance. For fans, seeing them together brought back years of memories. The first time they shared the screen. The unforgettable moments from the Spider-Man films. The emotional story of Peter Parker and MJ. And the journey that turned two young stars into one of the most recognized celebrity couples in the world. Yet behind the excitement, one question remained. Why did this appearance feel so much bigger than an ordinary movie premiere? Because as Tom and Zendaya stepped into the spotlight, fans were not only looking at two Hollywood stars, they were watching a story that has continued to grow in front of the world. And what happened throughout the night made that story even more unforgettable. The Los Angeles premiere was already filled with energy. The red carpet was surrounded by cameras. Fans waited for their favorite stars. Reporters prepared for interviews. And the excitement continued to build as the cast arrived. Then Tom Holland appeared. Known around the world for his role as Peter Parker, Tom carried the familiar confidence of an actor returning to one of the most important characters of his career. His look was elegant, polished, and perfectly suited for a major Hollywood event. But the atmosphere changed again when Zendaya entered the spotlight. Her fashion immediately became one of the evening's biggest talking points. With her striking presence and bold red carpet style, Zendaya once again showed why every public appearance from her can become a global fashion moment. And when Tom and Zendaya were seen together, the cameras moved closer. Fans raised their phones. The crowd became louder. The energy around them felt different. There was no need for an exaggerated performance. Their presence alone created the excitement. They smiled. They posed. They acknowledged the fans waiting behind the barriers. And through the Fancam footage, viewers could see how naturally they moved through the event. For longtime followers, the moment carried a special kind of emotion. It felt familiar. But at the same time, it felt new. Because every major appearance brings another chapter to a journey fans have followed for years. And as the footage continued to spread, one detail became impossible to ignore. Their connection still had the power to capture attention without a single dramatic announcement. But the premiere was not only about fashion, cameras, or celebrity excitement. It was also connected to the return of a story that changed both of their careers. Before the global headlines, before the iconic red carpet appearances, before millions of fans followed every public moment, there was Spider-Man. Tom Holland entered the Marvel Universe as a young Peter Parker, bringing humor, vulnerability, and emotional depth to one of the world's most beloved superheroes. Then Zendaya joined the story as MJ. Her character was intelligent, confident, unpredictable, and emotionally important to Peter's journey. At first, their connection developed on screen. But over time, audiences began to notice how naturally they worked together. Their chemistry helped shape the emotional heart of the Spider-Man story. The relationship between Peter and MJ was never only about romance. It was also about trust. Growing up, facing uncertainty, and holding on to someone when the world becomes impossible to understand. Those emotions became even more powerful in Spider-Man: No Way Home. The film ended with Peter making a painful sacrifice. He chose a path that separated him from the people he loved. And as a result, MJ no longer remembered the life they had shared. For many fans, that ending was heartbreaking. Peter remembered everything, but the person he cared about no longer knew who he was. It was a story about love without recognition, connection without certainty, and hope that survived even after memory disappeared. That emotional history is one reason why Tom and Zendaya standing together at the Los Angeles premiere felt meaningful. Fans could not separate the real-life stars from the memories created by their characters. The moment brought back Peter and MJ, but it also reminded audiences of Tom and Zendaya's own journey. And now, with a new Spider-Man chapter approaching, the questions are growing again. What will happen next? Will Peter find a way back to the people he lost? And how important will MJ be in the next stage of his story? Those questions brought even more attention to every moment Tom and Zendaya shared at the premiere. But the emotional power of the night did not come only from the past. It also came from the quiet details happening in the present. Sometimes, the biggest celebrity moments are not planned. They are not speeches. They are not dramatic announcements. They are the small details that cameras happen to capture. A smile, a brief reaction, a moment of eye contact, a quiet exchange between two people surrounded by noise. That was part of what made the Fancam footage so interesting. Tom and Zendaya did not need to create a spectacle. Their natural presence became the story. As they stood together, fans watched closely. Some focused on their fashion. Others noticed the way they interacted with photographers and the people around them. Many simply enjoyed seeing them share another major public event. The reactions online reflected that excitement. Fans celebrated their return to the spotlight. They shared clips. They replayed different angles. And they discussed how the pair continued to bring warmth and familiarity to every major appearance. For a fandom, these moments can feel personal. Not because fans know every detail of a celebrity's private life, but because they remember the journey. They remember the films. They remember the interviews. They remember the emotional scenes that connected the actors to audiences around the world. That shared history gives a simple red carpet appearance a deeper meaning. It becomes a moment of reunion, a reminder, a celebration of how far the journey has come. And perhaps that is why the Los Angeles premiere created such a strong emotional reaction. Tom and Zendaya were not trying to tell a dramatic story. The audience already carried the story with them. But as the night continued, attention moved from the red carpet to something even bigger. The future of Spider-Man itself. The title Spider-Man, Brand New Day, carries a powerful message. A new day means another chance, another direction, another chapter after everything has changed. For Peter Parker, the previous story ended with loss. He lost the life he once knew. He lost the people who understood him. And he was left carrying memories that no one else could share. That ending created a difficult but exciting starting point for the next film. Peter may still be Spider-Man, but his world is no longer the same. The people closest to him have moved forward without knowing who he is. And the future is filled with uncertainty. For fans, that makes the new chapter emotionally important. They are not only waiting for action scenes. They want answers. They want to know whether Peter can rebuild his life. They want to know whether the connections he lost can ever return. And naturally, many viewers are curious about MJ. Zendaya's character became one of the emotional foundations of the previous Spider-Man films. Her relationship with Peter gave the story warmth and humanity. That is why her presence continues to create so much excitement. But the future of the characters must be discovered through the story itself. The premiere offered a celebration. The film will provide the answers. And while audiences wait, Tom and Zendaya's appearance together has made the anticipation even stronger. Their red carpet moment became a bridge between what fans remember and what they hope to see next. Still, there was another reason this event felt so powerful. It showed how much both stars have grown beyond the roles that first brought them together. Tom Holland and Zendaya are no longer only known as Spider-Man and MJ. Both have built successful careers across major films, fashion, entertainment, and global culture. Tom has become one of the most recognizable actors of his generation. Zendaya has developed into a powerful figure in film and fashion, admired for her talent, confidence, and ability to transform every appearance into a cultural moment. Together, they represent something that many fans appreciate: growth without losing connection, success without forgetting the journey, and global recognition built through years of work. That is why their Los Angeles appearance felt larger than a typical premiere. It brought together several worlds at once. Marvel fans saw Spider-Man and MJ. Movie audiences saw two major stars. Fashion followers saw another memorable red carpet moment. and longtime supporters saw a familiar connection continuing into a new chapter. The Fancam footage captured all of those emotions. It showed the excitement of the crowd, the endless flashes from photographers, the elegance of the event, and the quiet warmth of two people sharing an important professional moment. There was no need for rumors, no need for exaggerated claims. The images spoke for themselves. Tom Holland and Zendaya arrived. They stood together. They greeted the fans, and they became one of the most memorable highlights of the evening. As the premiere came to an end, the clips continued to travel across social media. Fans watched again. Some focused on the fashion. Some celebrated the return of the Spider-Man cast. Others simply enjoyed seeing Tom and Zendaya together under the Hollywood lights. But beneath all the excitement was a deeper feeling. This was not the end of a journey. It was the beginning of another chapter. A new film, new questions, new emotions, and perhaps new moments that audiences will remember for years. The Los Angeles premiere may have lasted only one night, but for fans, the feeling will continue long after the cameras stop recording. Tom Holland and Zendaya once again proved that even a simple moment together can capture the attention of fans around the world. Their appearance brought back memories of Peter and MJ. It celebrated the journey they have shared, and it created even more excitement for what comes next. But now, the biggest question remains. When you watched the full Fancam, what captured your attention the most? Was it Zendaya's unforgettable red carpet presence? Tom Holland's return to the Spider-Man spotlight? Or the emotional feeling of seeing them stand together once again as a new chapter begins?